What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Coming from our secret lair.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where we're at.
The Bat Cave.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so much for all the love and support for the record, man. We are so just blown away by this. So we prepared a whole thing for you guys tonight. We can't wait to unleash it on you.
Yep. We're going to showcase the entire album and hopefully catch a lot of feedback from you guys, and we'll discuss each individual song and what the album means to all of us.
Yeah, let us know which one captures your attention the most, which one you really vibe with. Let us know.
We're going to have the chat comments up here in a little bit. So, hey, let's get on with the show. Thank you guys so much again. This has been 2.5 years of our life, and we're honored. So
Next weekend, July 15th, be there.
Oh, yeah. So we should talk about that. If you're going to go to the show at Trees next week, this is the Relentless package. We've got the vinyl record, if you haven't seen it yet.
It's sick.
It is. It sounds good, too. It's very analog.
Yeah.
Very nice. Sounds great. Got the poster. It's a pretty badass poster. You can see it right there.
It's really good quality.
Heavy duty. It's like freaking cardboard.
And the
And
one
then-
of a kind lanyard.
There you go. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Also, a big update. Secret of Boris has been added to the show. We're so excited. Our
Great
good
band.
badass band, one of my favorites in DFW. And unfortunately, Mile Zero has to pull off the show because Eddie is having some throat problems. So, we'll be thinking about you, Eddie, and we'll definitely catch up with you on the next go-around. So we appreciate you so much, guys, for supporting us and trying to be on the show at least. And Mile Zero is a badass band here in Dallas. And this show is going to be awesome. I've got to talk about it real quick. Our return to Trees, we're super excited. We got some really special stuff prepared for you guys. We're playing the album in its entirety, plus some extras. Our good friends in Intercore are coming to slay it.
Oh, yeah.
We've got Kill House. Our bros in Kill House, they're going to come and destroy you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have Secret of Boris. We have our friends from Austin, Unveil the Strength, and our friends from Burleson, Texas, Pure Discretion. Every one of these bands are top-notch, and if you're not coming, you should get tickets to come. If you want to get the Relentless package, you get all of these things we were just talking about, or you can just buy a ticket and come see it, have a good time. So, also, if you want to buy the album or a CD, we did get CDs. You can go to lockjawlive.com. It's right there below. And grab whatever you want. We've got Relentless shirts. We got all kinds of stuff.
Grab it all.
You can wear it. You can have what I'm wearing.
Grab it all.
You might notice we don't have one band member here. Scott, are you on here? Are you on here, Scott?
Scott, we don't know yet. We don't know if you're watching
Okay,
yet,
sorry.
but we love you, Scott, and we're thinking of you. And everybody wish him a big congratulations on his baby girl. So he's out, obviously, taking care of the chillins today. So we miss you, Scott.
Yeah, we love you, bro. And cheers to Scott and his new baby. Okay, so let's start the show. Let's see what we got. Here we go.
My name is Jeff. I play in the band Lockjaw.
I am Justin Paul. I am the lead guitarist to Lockjaw.
My name is Joe Ortiz, and I am the vocalist in Lockjaw.
My name's Gabe, and I play bass for Lockjaw.
My name is Scott Letts. I am the drummer. I hit those things back there. Not very good, but I'm all right.
Yeah, so I started the band 25 years ago in 98. You know, early on, we really felt like it was more beneficial for us to do EPs. So we did, I think, 3 5-song EPs and then released some singles in between. After we did our first run for probably about 99 to probably 2010, we took a little time off. We all had kids, careers, jobs, so we changed things up a little bit with our life and took a little bit of time.
Before I was in Lockjaw, I was in a few other bands. Started back whenever I was in my early 20s. I was in a band called Hide the Reel. I played bass. I was in a band called Push Pipe, and I played bass for them as well. And then I started doing vocals for a band called Jackknife, and we did. That's the other band that I did the most. And we toured and got signed, and and had a lot of fun. Yeah, now I'm in Lockjaw, and the way that's different from the other ones, the other bands that I was in, is that, of course, I'm the front man, I'm the vocalist, and and Jackknife, when I was singing for those guys, if you want to call it singing, I was I was doing a lot of screaming.
So my best friend Alex Hamp, former drummer to War of Ages, he was hanging out with Jeff and said, "Hey man, you want to come to my friend's house?" And I said, "Sure." And I came over here, and me and Jeff just started jamming with our good friend Chad and Alex, and we were just riffing around, and X amount of months passed by, and then Jeff gives me a phone call and says, "Hey man, we're a well-oiled machine about to be on the move, and you think you'd be interested in joining up?" And no hesitation, I said, "I know where that train's going, and I want to be on it." So we're going full tilt, and I joined up, and we haven't stopped since.
I've been playing with these guys for probably like 25 years.
I started in Lockjaw in 2004 is when I got out of the Army. And we had a little hiatus in the middle, I think it was like 2008, 2009, whatever, then got back in. So basically I've been the drummer since 2004 to now. This album, it's definitely different than what we've done. We've done the, got 5-song EPs, had a couple of those and stuff throughout the years. But this one is just, it stands out with the core that we have now, the members that we have in this group, just everything that we've done, and having Chris Collier help produce and everything. It's just, I don't know, it's like a growth. It's like just a maturity of everything.
This time around, I just felt like there was a reason that the band wasn't elevating past a certain point. We had some really good stuff. We put on a cool live show. We always thrive it was our favorite place to be on stage. And so we would record some music so we could go play stage, play live. But what I realized is we never really stopped and took the time to really get a producer and have him tell us, "No, this sucks. This isn't enough. We got to do 3 more revisions." And that was, I think, the defining moment for how Relentless, this whole record, came together, was just having somebody tell us, "No, this is not there yet."
I said, "Man, I want to do this again, but if I do it again, I want to do it. I want to go all the way, and I want to have a little bit more free range on. I don't want to just scream. I wanted to do some melody. I wanted to do some singing. I had never done it before, but I wanted to try something different. I didn't want to do exactly what I had left off doing with Jackknife. Man, it just lets me be creative, and I, like I said, I have things in my head where I have an idea, where I have a melody in my head, and I'm just like, man, this would sound really cool. I've always loved the idea of heavy music, heavy guitars, heavy drums, fast, aggressive, or just heavy, and then having melodic vocals over it at some point. So once I was in the band and started writing songs with them, he had like 20 songs that he had already written, and his idea was, "Man, I've already got these songs, I just want to get in there and you just come do vocals over them." I was like, okay. So we butted heads a lot, and it was a learning experience, but it was a really cool learning experience for me, because I was standing up for what I wanted to. That's just the way I am. If I really believe in something, if I really feel something, then I'm going to stand up for it. And he's the same way, and I totally respect that. So we just kind of had to learn how to communicate with each other. But through all that, I will say this: the reason we're at where we're at right now is because, at least being comfortable, is that he made it very comfortable. He was very encouraging. He was very supportive. He was like, "Hey man, I see what you're trying to do. Let's try it again. I know you got better in you, man. I know you got better in you." So that made me feel good, because I was really nervous. So right off the bat, nobody just starts off and comes out like, "Ah, boom." Well, maybe 1% or whatever, but that wasn't me.
It's one of those, I play from the heart. I write from the heart. I write and I play what I love and what feels good to me and what I personally think sounds good. I write my emotion into my music. And so that saying that you just quoted, it means a lot, because music is how I feel. Music is how.
Album they've just been just awesome. It's like you play them and then you send them out, you get the product, the production off it or whatever, and you get the producer to come back with everything, and you start listening to it. It's like, that's us, that's me, I'm doing it, so it's like, it's just, it's so awesome. It's kind of surreal listening to this, what we have right now. So it's a good feeling. Yeah, working with Chris has been amazing. Haven't met him yet, but supposedly coming up soon, or coming down here soon, whatever. So we've got to see him on, online on Zoom and everything, and just got to interact with them on that, and text messages and calls and everything. But I don't know, it just seems like he's always here with us the whole time. Like when we start writing everything and we start putting all the elements together, and then he's there to be like, well, let's maybe do this here, whatever. And it just, it's the collaboration is awesome.
Whatever we've got to do to make this thing go, I think everybody is just super dedicated. Gabe is a engineering whiz. He's a techie. If my amp breaks, he can fix it. If Justin's wireless box break, Gabe can fix it. So he's our tech guy in the band. Justin's a riff king. He brings riffs every single rehearsal. He has a new idea or new riffs. And so Justin, for me, is probably the most fun I've had is playing with another guitar player ever in my career. And then Joe's vocals. Nobody knew Joe could do this. Joe was a screamer. He was a heavy vocalist and Jackknife, and man, they were a great band. Joe was awesome. So
as far as the experience on doing this, man, I love these guys. These guys doing this album and working with them on this album and playing music with these guys. They're my best friends, man. And these guys have been with me for 20 plus years, man. And so it means the world to me to be able to make music and to touch other people. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but to be able to have the ability to work with these guys and create a product that other people appreciate and can respect and can have fun with and want to come see us perform. That to me is just like it gives me all the joy in the world, man.
I love it. These are my brothers, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Blood, sweat, and tears, and I'd do it all over again. I hope that this album sticks out to people. It pulls at some heartstrings, whether you're dealing with addiction, mental health issues, anything in your life. I hope this album and some of the specific songs really stand out to people, and it helps them in their life in any way, shape, or form. I love meeting fans and talking to new people and making friends, and we've got a collection of super fans now, which I think it's amazing how our music that we've created has altered their life. They love it so much, and it's helped them through, we'll have people come up, oh, this song has helped us through this, and it's just amazing to hear stories and find a common ground with these people, because we're writing from our hearts. We're, everything that we've gone through in our personal lives is what we are laying out on the table, and to see other people in the world going, hey, man, we go through the exact same thing. And you go, hey, we're not different, We're all the same. We're all on this same earth, and so it's really awesome, and we love our fans.
It's hard to pick that really, because like I said, these are all things that I wrote whenever I was feeling a certain way. Silence the Fear was our first song that we wrote together. It took us months to write that song because it was my first time I said to sing or to do melody or anything like that. So it took us a few months to do it.
Okay, so Silence the Fear was really the first song. I feel like it was when we turned a corner as a band. Those riffs were really exciting to me. This kind of the more metalcore style compared to where we were at. We had kind of some hardcore vibes going on with kind of the Seven Dust vibe before, and this just kind of really turned that corner for the metalcore, modern metal vibes that I was looking for. And I love the riffs, I love the breakdown, I love every part of that song. That song really to me signified Joe's coming back to music, because Joe had been out of music from his former band Jackknife. He came back with that song, and it was about overcoming the fear and silencing the fear inside that was holding him back. It was just a really special song to me.
Oh yeah, man.
All right. That was awesome, man. That video brings so much, so many memories back. Just the first one. That was the first day.
I was just talking about it. When we get to some editorials and some publications, I think the funniest thing that an interviewer is ever going to find out is when we filmed that music video, that is actually the day I met these guys. Like, they were like, hey, man, you want to play the video? And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
So we
Showed
hopped
up
in
that
and we did it.
Just showed up and said, "Hey, I'm Justin." I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
Well,
They found me behind Ridgely Theater and were like, hey, do you play guitar? And
Oh, shit.
I just hopped in and went to town.
That video was a lot of fun to make, and it was our first video to ever make as a band. And God, videos are hard.
That one, it was also
Back
scary
on
because I burnt the hell out of my back on that part where you see me kind of floating or whatever. Jeff was pulling me in the parking lot of Ridgely Theater. I was on some cardboard or some plastic top, and he was pulling me with a fucking rope behind his truck.
on like a dolly, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
It wore thin quick.
Okay, guys. Well, here's one of the newer songs that happens to be number 2 on the record. I Can't Escape. Hope you enjoy it. Here we go.
I Can't Escape. That's a good one. I really like that song.
And I Can't Escape. I come from a former death metal band, so the faster riffage, a little heavier on the screaming, but I also love providing vocal harmonies with Joe, especially when we nail them and it's mint. I would love to provide music that's heavy and we can sing so angelic that it lifts the hairs on people's neck.
Newer ones that we're playing, like I Can't Escape, which we just did a video for. That right there, take it for whatever it is, but it's about addiction. And that could be addiction to anything: drugs, alcohol, love, things like that. People get, they feel like they need that, whatever it is, to make them feel better, whatever. And you just kind of get stuck in it. You don't want to get away from that feeling, so you attach onto it. Once again, suffering, attachment, things like that. But you feel like you cannot get away from it.
Right now, I have to say, and maybe the other guys will say the same thing, but I Can't Escape is probably the one that I love jamming. It's simple. I don't want to say it's like the simplicity of it, because it's not a super simple song. To me, it feels simple because it just flows so much. I mean, it just flows so well with what I do on bass, and it's just one of those like headbangers, man. I mean, it's just it's a jamming song.
That song just kind of happened. I was really just riffing one day, and that main riff, that song, that riff just really grabbed a hold of me. And I think I got with Justin, and we were working out some of the chorus stuff, and we sent it over to Chris, and he, we sent a lot of stuff to Chris, our producer. And he really just grabbed a hold of that one and said, hey, I got a really cool idea for this. Let me send it back. And he did. And, man, we were just blown away. Those riffs, every single time I hear those riffs, they just knock my head off. I think I came up with the original riff, and then Justin came up with the ba-na-bow, and it just Chris, when he grabbed a hold of those riffs and put them together, it was just incredible. It's just that song kicks ass every time I hear it.
Cannot escape.
All right.
Say hi, Jeremy.
Hey guys, so this is the director of all our videos, former bandmate, drummer and guitar player and vocalist at one point, I think. Extraordinaire.
Biggest teddy bear you'll ever meet.
Badass
They might give
video.
a hug.
Jeremy's doing all the videos, and man, what a badass job, bro. Thank you
so much. True
Yeah.
story. When we filmed and he was directing everything on I Can't Escape video, this Native American, beautiful, handsome person right here, Joseph Ortiz, refused to wear shoes.
Right.
And on the very first shot of the I Can't Escape music video, the first step he took, a
Thorn.
giant thorn went right through his foot.
It was awesome.
But he took it out and kept running over and over. And
Man versus Wild.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's insane.
you should go on Naked and Afraid.
No.
You should.
Yeah, he got close.
He'd just be, I'm good
Just be naked.
Okay, y'all, here we go. Up next, Relentless. Here it is.
Relentless, the title track, that one's just straight up, I'm like, man, people that have known me for throughout the years or whatever, and I've always talked about these things, and they just know my work ethic, and they know who I am. I am relentless, man. Like, I fall, I stumble, and things like that, but I've always been able to get myself out of that hole. Like, my superpower, I used to think it was my voice, but it's not, it's my mindset.
2.5 years of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears with my brothers in this band, and I am more than ecstatic. It is definitely the best album that I've ever been a part of. We titled it Relentless, and Relentless, to me, I look at us as a ragtag group of misfits that, we're all aging like fine wine, obviously, but we are relentless, all of us as a band. You can take the album and the concept how you will, but to me, relentless means, hey, all of us, we're going to go until we're dead and gone. And if in the afterlife we can play music as a band, we're going to see you there and we're going to keep going.
The songs that are meant to be happen, and the songs that are the easiest, they just came together. You know what I mean? Kind of magical. Relentless is about hope. It didn't really start off as a concept. It just happened. Joe is so deep with his lyrics and his life experiences and the pain and the suffering he's gone through and just life. Especially right now in this time of the world that we're in after COVID, post-pandemic, things are weird. Things have changed. The world's gotten more intense, man. And I feel like this record really tackles a lot of those subjects. From every single song from start to finish. It's about something very personal. It's about overcoming. It's about just having hope. And that's what Relentless is. It's never giving up. And I'm pretty proud of that.
All right. Woo! Relentless. That was a badass show at Ridgely. That was a lot of fun. We love that place. Even though there's naysayers and haters out there that don't like their security, we love them. We love the Ridgely. So I got to piss somebody off today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, okay, well, yeah, Relentless, there it is. That's the title
Thanks
track.
for all the comments, guys. I'm going to reply as we go. We're all watching live, too.
We have a whole patio out here of our family and friends watching this, and we love you guys. Thank you all for coming. It means the world to us, obviously, and we can't wait to get out there and visit with you all. And all of you guys out there on the internet world, we love you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is really important for us, and thank you. Okay, so what do we got next? Living in My Head. Uh-oh.
I know everyone loves this one.
We got the Michael Bay lens flare going right here.
Michael Bay,
Yeah.
Transformers. There's Joe.
In comes Joe.
There's Joe. All right, here we go.
One of the original ones we wrote on this album, Living in My Head, probably, because I do a lot of work on that one as far as bass and backup vocals. It keeps me pretty busy. On stage, I want to say, and I'm sure several performers have said this in the past, but it's kind of like almost like an alter ego, you know? Like, I wish I could be that guy all the time, but, you know, I'd burn myself out if I did that. But for that moment, when I'm on stage if we're doing an hour and a half set, I mean, that is like, I'm going all in on that persona. I normally don't have my hair down when I'm just walking around or when I'm with my family. It's just one of those things where, I mean, honestly, we live in Texas, so it's freaking hot out here. I don't think I could stand to have my hair down all the time. But on stage, man, it's like it's all or nothing, man. I'm giving it everything I got, and to me, that's something I take pride in being able to put on a fun and entertaining stage performance.
Living in My Head is a really good one, and it's one of my favorites.
But then the very next song was Living in My Head. And as soon as I heard the riff, Jeff gave it to me. He had another idea in his head, and I just heard the riff. I was like, dude, I got it. And I wrote that song in 7 minutes. And he was just like, you're done? I don't know, man. I was like, no, I got it. Just let me do that. Let me flesh it out. That one's just a blast to play.
Sam, you know, because there's a lot of songs that Joe writes about that has things to do with, you know, mental health, you know, if there's suicide problems, just stuff like that. And like, hopefully they can grab onto this, listen to it, and it helps them out, you know, it just kind of soothes them, kind of gets them back to what they need to be, back normal. So
Living in My Head was the second song, the second single. It was, I actually had a vibe of like, you know, kind of like old school thrash metal, that you know, that idea. And Joe came in one day and we had a great, huge, wonderful argument about it. And he said, I've got a really cool melodic vocal idea to go over this. And, you know, iron sharpens iron, you know, you get better through pressure. And we hashed it out together and we came up with this song that I think is my favorite song on the record. So Living in My Head and the breakdown and everything that Chris suggested at the end is just, it's still to this day, it's one of the older songs that has been around for quite a while, but that's my favorite song probably to play. When Joe and I get in the studio together, we grind and sometimes we argue about it, but it's always productive. Even though we're arguing or even though we're at creative odds, we are always productive. And if we figure out that we're just at a you know, impasse, we can't figure it out, we say, okay, let's send it to Justin, let's send it to Chris, and Justin will come in and have an idea, and it just launches us into the next phase of the song. Or Chris Collier, our producer, he just will say, oh, well, that's simple, here's what we do.
Begin
what's up? What's up?
Are we having a good time out there?
Zach, we know you like that one.
Thanks. Brad Tarpley and Zach.
That's still one of my favorites too.
Hey, Brad and Zach, check it out. Come here, buddy. Hey, look
who's with us,
look
Brad and
who
Zach.
the cat dragged in. Oh, Element 80 in the house. So these are like our best band buddies for like the last 25 or so years, probably.
At least like 50 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Element 80 just dropped their new album, and we love it. It's fucking rad. Great work.
Thanks, man.
So, yeah, we're just happy to be here, still doing this at this age. Still in the game.
It hurts a lot.
I still feel pretty good. I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right, so what we got next? We shot a music video for this, but it's not ready yet, so I made you something really cool for Sever.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, yeah, nobody's seen it because I stayed up till 6:30 in the morning making all this shit, so I hope y'all like it.
This guy does.
He's relentless.
Like that, but you feel like you cannot get away from it. Sever was another one. Like I said, it's the lyrics seem kind of dark, but like for me, it's not. It's one of my. It's upbeat. It's energy driven, and it's just a fun song to play. I'm doing whenever I wrote that melody, it just popped in my head. I was singing it for my girls. I was writing the lyrics down downstairs, and I went up to the girls, and I had something totally different. And I asked them a question before. I was like, can I play? I want to sing this song for you real quick. I just want to see what it sounds like to you. What makes your head just like bounce up and down? Like, what is that? And then I said, just listen to that. And as soon as I started the song, whatever I had in my head, it was nothing what I saw their faces, and I saw their eyes, and I just totally went in a different direction. And it turned out to be what it is now.
Sever is one of my favorite songs on the record. It's a really fun song. I kind of had a vibe, just an upbeat vibe of some of the early Foo Fighters stuff when I was coming up with the chorus. But what's funny about Sever, that main riff, bum, 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 that main riff was really Kill Switch Engage new metal, not new metal, but metalcore stuff that happened in the early 2000s. It was very metalcore style when we first wrote it, and I absolutely love that song. I love the whole vibe of the song, and then Joe's lyrics on top of it just made it for me. It's actually the only song I actually have any kind of really like lead on, because Justin does most of the leads, so I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a lot of energy. It's a good song.
Just
Devil in Disguise was the third or fourth song that we did. It was really when I was digging in, and that song is in 3/4, 4/4, 6/4, 7/4. I mean, there's all kinds of time changes on it. It's just a real driving upbeat song. Vocally, Joe, I think he was watching something about like the cults back in the 90s that were drawing people in. They had all the answers. They were the soothsayers bringing people in and then kind of really being not what they said they were, and people were kind of, screwed over by that. So he, he was talking about the devil in disguise and in that regard.
Resolution, run hell.
Release Me, which no one's heard yet, is a really good song too. It's got more, I don't know, it's something with the vocal feel on that. It's just a very, I don't want to say beautiful because we're a metal band, but it's just got this really good feel to it. And the harmonies on there and the way that the guitar and everything sits, it's just, it just kind of, it gets you in the feels. It does. You turn it up in your truck, you turn it up, on some subs or whatever, and it has a very good feel with you. So those two are probably my favorite ones right now.
Release Me, that song I actually wrote with Justin, and he wrote that main riff, and then I came and kind of put it together, and then we sent it to Chris. That was the song that we did not like to play when we first got it back from Chris, because we just didn't quite have it where we wanted it, but we shelved it for a little bit, and then once Joe did those final lyrics, the final vocal tracks, we were all just back on. That song is very touching to me, the lyrical content. I just love it.
It's about letting go, like what is it? What's that saying? Like, the root of suffering is attachment, right? So you got to let that go. You're the only person that can let that go. You can't keep dwelling on that. It's gonna take you down, man. You can't. You got to get past that, and there's a beauty in that. There's a beauty and there's a release and just kind of letting that go. But it's only up to you. I can't make you do it. You know what I mean? You've got to want to do it. You've got to know that you're better than that. You've got to know that you're meant for more than that. So, yeah, it sounds dark. It sounds like I'm talking about something else, but that's totally not. I'm just talking about, man, you gotta let it go. You gotta, if you want to be happy, you're the only one that can do that for yourself. From the darkness to the
As far as the lyrics that stand out to me on this album, man, I would have to say like the Breaking Point lyrics. You know, it's kind of that whole it's that whole feeling of I'm kind of an introvert myself, but sometimes you just have that feeling like someone's wants to test you and you want to really show them what you're made of, So I mean, the lyrics in that one kind of I guess they get me riled up in a good way, and motivate me to where I can take that aggression, and know that it's something that's relatable, but I don't want to sound like I'm a violent person or anything, but to me that one right there kind of hits home as far as knowing the frustration that I've had and knowing that there's a way to get that out,
Breaking Point's probably one of the best produced songs on the record. I think that it really touches kind of that new metal vibe that happened, kind of upbeat, kind of got a nasty groove, and it's just a lot of fun to play. Breaking Point, again, touching on a subject, don't push me too far.
You've taken my silence as weakness, my caution is fear. I'm turning my back and saying nothing from what I can hear. Just an arrogant, mingled ego. I'm at my breaking point, I make the right choice and walk away. All you'll get, the fight that you've been asking for. Yeah, you'll get, the fight that you've been asking for. Is this what you really wanted? You will not like this side of me.
As far as the fans, I mean, I really appreciate their interest in our band. I really appreciate that they feel that this music moves them in a way. To know that I'm doing something that affects them in a positive way, that makes them that gives them any type of feeling. You know, some people just go through life and they're just emotionless. But if I can invoke any type of emotion, especially a positive one, I mean, that to me, it gives me a purpose. You know, it gives me a feeling of gratification to know that I can I have that ability to do that. So I really appreciate fans that, you know, they hear our music and it draws them in. It's something that speaks to.
I had a lot of different ideas for that song too. Like it started out, I don't know, it's kind of more of a Lamb of God type feel. We had some faster drums and stuff to it, and it was always good, but it just didn't seem like it was, I guess, what we wanted the final product to be. So again, once we started sending all of our stuff back and forth to Chris, he came up with some of these other ideas on there, and it just, everything clicked. So once we started writing that together.
No Gods Among Men was a riff that I wrote as part of one of our songs 24 years ago. And I just loved that riff, and we never did anything with it, and we never recorded it, so I just wanted to do something with it. And I love the lyrical content, No Gods Among Men. None of us on this earth get out alive. We're all going to die one day, and so let's come together. Let's stop being separate nations. We're all one people. We're all on this spaceship that's Earth, flying around the sun. So let's come together and treat each other right. That's basically what the song was about. That's a powerful message right now in our world that is so divided. That is one of the most powerful songs on the record. I want to look, like I said, I've said before, I want to look pro, act pro. I want to have as much visual stimulation to accompany the songs, and I spend a lot of time on. I've used AI, conventional graphic design, and videography, and I really enjoy putting the videos together. We're excited for you guys to hear Relentless. We're excited for you guys to take this ride with us. This has been our last 2.5 years, and we hope you guys can enjoy it for a lifetime. So, thank you all for being here.
Good.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Hola.
We've come to the end, the last song. Sadly. I wish we'd recorded 20 songs. Then it would have taken 8 years.
Next album.
It's coming.
Next album. 20 songs. Next album.
If you are just tuning in and you're planning on coming to Trees to see the Lockjaw release show next week, we would love to have you. You can buy a ticket and come and hang out and party, and it's going to be a great time. Or if you would like to grab the Relentless package, it comes with a couple things. It comes with this poster, commemorative laminate, both.
Yeah.
Love you too, Scott.
And the vinyl of Relentless.
Sounds so good.
Special day for us to have this, and we are so proud of it, and we are so thankful that everybody is here. We have a whole patio full of family and friends out there we're going to go visit with, and we are just so thankful that you are all here tuning in. We love you all.
Yeah, July 15th, next Saturday. At Trees in Deep Ellum, Dallas, Texas. Put it on your calendar. If you ain't got shit to do, get your asses down to Trees.
If you have shit to do, cancel it and come out and see us.
Find a babysitter. I don't want to hear no bullshit.
Come hang out.
Drop the kids off at the pool, whatever. Get to the show.
This is really, really big for us. We want all you guys out there. Come share it with us.
This is No Gods Among Men. See you all soon.